Chosen one, hear me now, because this word is not for the masses, it is for you. Heaven has carved out this moment with precision so that these words find you in the exact state you are in. You feel it already, that strange pull, that sacred interruption, that whisper that says, stop scrolling, stay still, listen. It's because your name is not just a name. Your name carries weight in the spirit. And when it is spoken, it disturbs atmospheres. You may not fully realize it, but your presence is not ordinary. The sound of your name has an echo beyond human ears. It is like thunder wrapped in silk. It shakes the unseen, even when spoken softly. That's why there are people who cannot rest, who cannot close their eyes in peace, who toss and turn the moment your name crosses their lips. The memory of you, the thought of you, the vibration of your calling, it haunts them. This is not by accident. This is not coincidence. This is the divine signature upon your life. God has set you apart, sealed you, and the very syllables that form your name are instruments in the heavenly symphony. To some, your name is comfort. To others, it is conviction. And to those who have plotted against you, it becomes a restless alarm that keeps them from sleep. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. Your existence carries such spiritual weight that even in silence you are felt, even in absence you are present. And even in stillness, your name continues to move like a wave through people's minds. They cannot escape it because your assignment is tied to something eternal. Tonight, heaven wants you to understand that what feels like rejection, what feels like isolation, what feels like being misunderstood, it is actually evidence of your spiritual impact. The reason they cannot rest when your name is spoken is because you carry an anointing that unsettles the enemy's camp. Every time your name arises, their spirit knows they are contending with someone marked, someone chosen, someone dangerous to the darkness. Stay with me, because this message will unravel the mystery in layers. Ahead, you will see why your name has become a weapon in itself, why some fear it, why others are drawn to it, and why heaven uses it as a signal in this season. 7 reasons will unfold, each one revealing the depth of your calling, each one lifting the veil on why you were born into this moment. Chosen one, breathe deep. Let this truth settle in your spirit. They cannot sleep when your name is spoken, because heaven has awakened your identity, and tonight you will finally understand why. What you're sensing is more than human memory, more than coincidence. It is the fingerprint of God on your identity. When your name lingers in the air, it does not vanish like ordinary sound. It carries into the unseen, vibrating against doors in the spiritual realm, echoing in chambers where destinies are decided. That is why some feel unsettled. That is why rest slips from them. Your name is not just spoken, it is activated. You were not crafted casually. Long before your arrival in this world, there was a council in eternity. Heaven discussed your assignment, angels prepared your path, and the Most High Himself inscribed your name on scrolls that cannot be erased. This is why when people call your name, they unknowingly awaken the memory of God's plan attached to you. Some feel drawn, some feel convicted, and some feel exposed, because your very identity reflects a divine decision. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how people react differently to you without reason? Some gravitate toward you as if your presence is shelter. Others avoid you, resist you, or even attack you, though you've done nothing to deserve it. This is because the name you carry is not neutral. It is charged with an assignment, carrying a frequency that separates light from darkness. Heaven is making this clear to you now, because you've reached a turning point. No longer can you shrink back or dismiss your uniqueness as just personality. The authority in your name is not personality, it is prophecy. The Lord Himself has placed His breath upon it. This is why the restless ones cannot close their eyes when it rises in conversation. Spirit recognizes spirit, and for those bound in shadow, the sound of your name is a reminder of their chains. But do not misunderstand this. It is not about ego. This is not about exalting yourself. It is about alignment. It is about understanding that God is the source of your significance, that your name carries power only because His name is upon you. To walk in this truth is to walk in humility and authority, at the same time knowing you are a vessel, but also knowing you are not empty. What is coming in the next breath of this message is not meant to flatter you, but to position you. The Spirit of God is revealing why your presence leaves imprints, why your name disturbs sleep, and why this season requires you to rise with full awareness of who you are. The mysteries you felt but could never explain are about to take form in words. Lean in, because soon we will unfold the prophecy itself, the unveiling of the reasons behind this unrest, the 7 divine explanations for why your name stirs the air like a storm. This is not random, it is intentional, and it is time you finally see the weight of what has been written about you. What you feel tugging at your spirit right now is the moment of unveiling. You've carried questions inside. Why do certain people whisper about me? Why do I sense unrest when I enter a room? Why do I feel eyes lingering, hearts stirring, spirits trembling when my name is brought up? Tonight the veil is being lifted, and what has been hidden will be laid bare. When your name is spoken, something happens in the unseen. It is not a simple vibration of sound, it is a release of identity. The name you carry is a key, and keys are not passive. They open, they lock, they bind, they release. In the realm of the Spirit, every time your name is mentioned, doors respond. Some open to light, others slam shut to darkness. This is why people cannot rest. They feel the shift, but cannot explain it. There are 7 reasons this happens, 7 divine threads woven through your existence that disturb the enemy's camp and awaken souls around you. These reasons are not guesses. They are prophetic truths unfolding like seals, broken open one by one. First, your name is a reminder of unfinished assignments. There are people who wronged you, betrayed you, or underestimated you. They tried to bury your influence, but your name rises again and again, haunting them with the memory that what they tried to destroy is still alive. Second, your name is tied to light. Darkness despises light because light exposes, light reveals, light burns away what hides. When your name surfaces, it is as if a lamp is switched on in the corners of someone's conscience. They cannot sleep because your very being convicts them of what they tried to hide. Third, your name carries resonance in heaven. You were marked with favor before birth, and heaven has never forgotten. Angels are assigned to your calling. Demons are disturbed by your movement. When your name is spoken aloud, angels lean in, and demons scatter. That kind of spiritual disruption will always ripple back into the human realm as sleepless nights. Fourth, your name is prophetic seed. Every time it's spoken, it carries forward a piece of God's promise. People sense this even if they don't have language for it. Some will dream of you, hear you in their thoughts, or feel the weight of your presence because your destiny is echoing forward. They cannot rest until they confront what it means for them. Fifth, your name has been sealed with testimony. You've endured trials that should have broken you, but they became living proof of God's faithfulness. The enemy hears your name and remembers his failure to stop you. That memory alone is enough to disrupt his followers, leaving them uneasy when you're mentioned. Sixth, your name is a mirror. It reflects truth back to those around you. People who have lied, pretended, or lived in masks suddenly feel exposed when your name comes up. They don't see just you, they see who they are not, and the contrast robs them of peace. Seventh, your name carries authority. Not human authority rooted in status or position, but divine authority rooted in calling. Authority shakes things. Authority interrupts. Authority refuses to let shadows settle. So when your name is whispered, it doesn't fade like any other. It reverberates, commanding attention, commanding remembrance, commanding acknowledgement of the one who sent you. This is the prophecy unveiled. You are not ordinary, and your name is not neutral. It is a living symbol, a sound wave of destiny, a disruption to anything that resists God's will. And in this season, the revelation comes not to burden you, but to empower you. You are stepping into awareness of what heaven has always known, that even your name is a weapon forged for this time. Feel the weight of this truth settling into your bones. The restless nights of others are not your problem, they are confirmation. Their sleeplessness is proof of your rising. Their whispers are evidence of your presence. And soon, the reasons you've carried in mystery will unfold in clarity. The prophecy has been unveiled. Now, let us step deeper into the spiritual meaning that undergirds it all. What has just been revealed to you cannot remain on the surface. It must sink deeper, because revelation without understanding is like lightning without rain. It flashes bright, but leaves the ground dry. The truth about your name, your presence, and the sleeplessness it stirs in others is not random. It is part of a divine system woven into the very fabric of creation. To grasp this fully, you must see the layers beneath the prophecy. Think of light. When light enters a room, shadows don't negotiate, they flee. Your life carries that same effect. Wherever you go, even when silent, you are a living lantern. Some people rejoice in the warmth of that light, while others are pierced by it. It's not about you being flawless, it's about the source you carry. The Spirit of God inside you radiates through your words, your presence, your very name. And when that radiance meets a life built in shadows, it disrupts everything. This is why they cannot sleep. The conscience cannot rest when exposed by truth. Now consider storms. A storm is both frightening and cleansing. Winds bend trees, rains flood streets, lightning splits the sky. But in the aftermath, the air is clearer, the soil refreshed. In the same way, your presence is a storm in the spiritual realm. When your name is spoken, winds of conviction stir, rains of memory fall, and lightning flashes across hidden places of the heart. Some fight it, tossing restlessly through the night. Others surrender, finding healing in what your presence revealed. Either way, the storm is a sign that God has placed power in your identity. Then there are doors. In Scripture, doors symbolize access, opportunity, and transition. Your name functions like a key that rattles unseen hinges. When people mention you, doors begin to creak open, doors of destiny for you, but also doors of awareness for them. They sense shifts coming, though they cannot articulate why. This is why your name unsettles them. It is the sound of doors moving, of thresholds being tested, of passageways forming in places they wanted closed. Seasons tell the same story. Every life moves through winters of silence, springs of awakening, summers of growth, and autumns of harvest. Your name signals a change of season in the spirit. Some feel the winter of their denial breaking when they hear it. Others sense spring stirring, seeds cracking open in their soul because of you. To those who resist growth, your name feels like a premature summer heat they cannot bear. To those ready for harvest, your name feels like autumn fruit heavy on the branch. And journeys, every step you've taken has left tracks in the unseen. These tracks do not fade. They remain as spiritual pathways others stumble upon. When your name arises, it's as if they step into one of your footprints and suddenly they feel a direction they weren't expecting. This can inspire them or disturb them, depending on where their heart stands. Your name awakens paths, maps, coordinates in the unseen. This is the depth of it. The sleeplessness your name provokes is not about you being remembered as a personality. It is about you being recognized as a vessel of divine timing. Every mention of your name shakes loose the tension between where someone is and where they're supposed to be. It forces the soul to face alignment or misalignment. To the pure in heart, this is a call upward. To the guilty, it is a haunting echo. To the lost, it is a compass needle trembling toward truth. And for you, understanding this meaning changes how you walk. You can no longer minimize yourself, pretending your name is just letters and sound. It is more than that. It is an assignment wrapped in syllables, a torch wrapped in sound waves. To accept this is to accept responsibility, not to inflate your ego, but to elevate your awareness. You are not just living, you are functioning as a spiritual agent of transformation. So when they cannot sleep after mentioning you, remember, this is confirmation, not confusion. This is alignment, not accident. The Spirit is using even your name as a tool to stir the atmosphere. The depth of this truth is not meant to overwhelm you, but to steady you, to root you in the knowledge that you are exactly where heaven intended you to be. And now, with this deeper understanding, it is time to look at the confirmations, the signs you may already be seeing around you, the evidence that what has been spoken over you is real and active, even now. You felt the weight of this revelation, but heaven never leaves you without evidence. God always places markers along the path, so you know you're not imagining things. And in this season, there are clear signs appearing, confirmations that your name truly carries the weight we've been speaking of. If you look closely, you'll realize you've already seen them. One of the first signs is the sudden shift in people's demeanor around you. They may smile at others but go silent when you walk in. Their words stumble, their posture tightens, their eyes avoid yours. It isn't always hostility, sometimes it's awe, sometimes it's conviction, but either way, they cannot act natural around you. That's a confirmation. Your presence stirs something they cannot suppress. Another sign is the whispers that seem to follow you. Not always cruel, not always loud, but persistent. You hear your name surface in places you never expected, sometimes repeated back to you through strangers, sometimes hinted at in odd conversations. This is not gossip by accident. It is the ripple effect of your assignment. Your name moves through spaces even before you arrive, like a wind announcing a storm. There is also the sign of dreams. Perhaps you've had people confess, "I saw you in my dream last night." Or maybe you've dreamt of people you barely know, only to hear later that they were thinking about you. This is a spiritual signpost. When your name carries weight, heaven uses even dreams to reinforce the truth that you are being discussed, remembered, stirred in ways beyond logic. Then comes the timing of encounters. Notice how certain individuals appear again and again, seemingly by chance. They mention your name, they recall your presence, and suddenly you meet them in the most unlikely places. This is a sign that your life is entangled in divine timing. The sleeplessness others feel pulls them back toward you, because God is orchestrating connections for purpose. There is also the undeniable sign of resistance. People who once seemed calm suddenly act restless when you're near. They may avoid eye contact, cut conversations short, or even lash out without reason. This is not because you are doing anything wrong. It is because your name, your spirit, your light exposes what they wanted hidden. Their discomfort is confirmation. And finally, there's the sign of unusual favor. Doors open for you that others cannot explain. Your name is mentioned in rooms where you've never stepped foot. Opportunities find you without your striving. That too is a confirmation that heaven is moving your name across tables, across hearts, across decision-makers' minds while you sleep. Each of these signs points to one truth. You are not ordinary. The patterns, the whispers, the dreams, the resistance, the favor, they are not accidents. They are confirmations that what has been spoken over you is alive. Your name is not just remembered, it is reverberating in ways that shift people's spirits. Now that you've seen the evidence, it's time to face the other side of the revelation, the challenges hidden beneath this calling, the unseen weight that accompanies the gift. Every gift carries a weight, every light casts a shadow, and though your name carries divine authority, it also attracts resistance. These challenges are not punishments, but tests designed to refine you. They are the sharpening of the sword, the strengthening of the vessel, the proof that your assignment is not to be taken lightly. One hidden challenge you'll face is isolation. People may pull back, not always out of malice, but out of discomfort. They cannot explain why your presence unsettles them, so they create distance. And you may feel abandoned, misunderstood, left out. But this isolation is sacred. It carves out space for you to hear the voice of God more clearly. It removes the noise so you can discern the whispers of destiny. Another challenge is misinterpretation. You may find your motives questioned, your actions twisted, your words misunderstood. Some will assign labels to you that do not fit because they are trying to reduce what they cannot comprehend. This can sting deeply because all you want is to be seen for who you are. Yet, remember, Jesus himself was called a threat, a blasphemer, even a madman. If the purest light was misjudged, why would your light be treated differently? There is also the challenge of spiritual warfare. Because your name carries weight, it draws attention not only from people but from forces in the unseen. Nightmares may come, strange heaviness may surround you, or sudden obstacles may rise up. These are not coincidences. They are the enemy's attempts to shake your confidence, to make you doubt what God has already spoken over you. But even these battles serve a purpose. They train your spirit to fight. They teach your faith to stand. They forge endurance in you. Another hidden challenge is exhaustion. Carrying such an assignment can make you feel weary. You may wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Your spirit is active, your name moving in realms you cannot always see, and sometimes the weight presses on your body. Do not ignore this. Learn to rest in God's presence, to refill your soul, to lay your burdens down instead of carrying them alone. And perhaps the hardest challenge is betrayal. Not everyone who calls your name will honor it. Some will use it lightly, others will weaponize it. Still others will speak it in secret to plot harm. This can cut deep, but know this: God hears every mention of your name, and even when spoken in malice, He turns it for good. Their sleeplessness is proof that your name is already doing the work of shaking what cannot stand. Each of these challenges is heavy, but none are meant to crush you. They are meant to reveal your strength, to stretch your faith, to anchor you in the one who gave you the name in the first place. Now, as you face these trials, you must also know the way forward. The divine instruction is coming, the steps you are to take, the choices that align you with your calling, the posture heaven requires in this season. Now that the challenges have been laid bare, you must not remain still. Revelation without response is wasted. Heaven does not expose mysteries so you can admire them from a distance. It reveals them so you can step into alignment. And in this season, the divine instruction is clear. There are steps you must take, choices you must make, disciplines you must embrace if you are to carry the weight of your name with strength and victory. The first instruction is this: guard your atmosphere. Not everyone can be allowed into the sacred space where God is shaping you. Your peace is precious, your focus is holy, and your discernment is fragile when you are drained by chaos. Protect your environment like a fortress. Limit access to your time, your energy, your spirit. This is not arrogance, it is stewardship. When you keep the atmosphere pure, you allow your name to resonate at its fullest frequency. The second instruction is to stay rooted in prayer. Your name already stirs the unseen, but prayer anchors you to the source of that power. Without it, you risk drifting, carried by the noise of voices instead of the clarity of God's whisper. Carve out time daily to surrender your name back to the one who gave it. Pray over it, speak life into it, declare God's promises through it. This is how you keep it aligned with heaven's script, instead of human agendas. Third, you must walk in humility. Authority without humility becomes tyranny, and favor without humility turns into pride. The weight of your name is not for self-glory but for service. Remember always that your identity is borrowed from the one who called you. Bow low so you can carry high. The greater your humility, the stronger the authority heaven entrusts to you. Fourth, embrace discipline. Your calling will require sacrifices. It may mean fasting when others feast, studying when others waste time, saying no when others say yes. Your name has been carved for purpose, and purpose cannot grow in undisciplined soil. Discipline is the fence that protects your destiny from being trampled. The fifth instruction is to speak carefully. Because your name already carries weight, your words will carry weight too. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and when you speak, atmospheres shift. Do not use your voice casually. Do not curse yourself with doubt or belittle yourself with comparison. Instead, let your words align with heaven's promises. Declare life, hope, healing, and truth. Speak as if angels are waiting to move at the sound of your voice, because they are. Another divine instruction is to endure with patience. The sleeplessness of others, the whispers, the resistance, all of it is proof of your rising. But not every prophecy unfolds overnight. Some are tested by time. Be patient when doors seem slow to open. Remember, even seeds take time in darkness before they break through the soil. Trust the process. Heaven has not forgotten you. Finally, carry love as your weapon. This may seem strange, but love is the sharpest sword in the kingdom. When your name is misused, respond with forgiveness. When your identity is attacked, answer with grace. Love disarms what hate cannot silence. It proves your authority is real. It reveals that you are not shaken by the noise but secured in the spirit. These are the divine instructions for you. Guard your atmosphere, root yourself in prayer, walk humbly, embrace discipline, speak carefully, wait patiently, and wield love as your greatest weapon. If you live this way, your name will not just disturb the darkness, it will establish light everywhere it is spoken. And as you follow these steps, remember, you are not left unprotected. Heaven does not give instruction without also surrounding you with assurance. The next part of this word is the promise of protection, the covering that ensures your name cannot be destroyed, even when it is spoken with malice. You've been given instructions, but instructions without assurance can leave the heart trembling. That is why heaven wants you to know this. You are covered. You are shielded. No matter how many times your name is whispered in envy, in anger, or in secret plots, divine protection surrounds you like a wall of fire. Think of it this way: your name may travel through lips and linger in conversations, but it cannot be tampered with. God Himself guards it. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. Your identity, sealed in Him, rests inside that tower. The restless ones may toss in their beds, but you will sleep in peace. The weapons formed against you may rattle, but they will not prosper. Protection comes first through presence. Wherever you go, angels accompany you. You may not see them, but you feel their weight in the atmosphere. They stand at your door, walk with you into rooms, encamp around your dwelling. When your name rises in darkness, heaven responds with light. When it's spoken in schemes, angels turn those words into stumbling blocks for your enemies. Protection also comes through timing. Have you noticed how sometimes you leave a place just before trouble breaks out? Or how delays that frustrated you ended up saving you from greater harm? That's not coincidence. That's assurance. Heaven shifts your steps so that even when your name is targeted, your path remains untouched. And there is a deeper assurance your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. This means no plot, no curse, no restless whisper can erase you from God's story. The sleeplessness of others is temporary, but the record of your destiny is eternal. That truth alone is your safety net. But this protection doesn't just defend, it also comforts. Imagine lying down tonight knowing that while others may stir at the sound of your name, you will rest without fear. Imagine walking boldly into tomorrow, knowing no conversation behind closed doors can alter the favor God has placed on you. That is your assurance. You are not alone. You are not exposed. You are not forgotten. Even in your weakest moments, when you feel unworthy or unprepared, this covering does not lift. God's protection is not based on your perfection, but on His promise. His promise to keep, to shield, to deliver, to preserve. And that promise is active every time your name is spoken. So walk in peace. Let assurance anchor your soul. The sleepless nights belong to those wrestling with the weight of your presence. But your portion is rest. Your inheritance is safety. Your reality is divine covering. And as you move under this shield, understand where it is all leading: toward transformation. Protection is not just about surviving, it is about preparing you to step into the fulfillment of everything your name was destined to release. That's what we'll see next: the beauty of your transformation and the glory of its fulfillment. Protection was never meant to keep you stagnant. It was designed to carry you safely into the moment of transformation. You have endured the whispers, the resistance, the sleeplessness of others, but none of it was wasted. Every tear, every lonely season, every hidden battle has been a seed. And now, those seeds are breaking open. You are stepping into the fulfillment of promises whispered over your life long before you even knew their weight. Picture it. The same name that stirred unease in your enemies will now become a banner of blessing over your life. The same syllables that kept them awake at night will open doors you never imagined possible. Where your name was once spoken in secrecy, it will now be spoken in honor. Where it was once used as a weapon, it will become a testimony. That is transformation. But this is not only external, it is deeply internal. You are being reshaped. The insecurities that once clung to you are dissolving in the fire of God's refining. The doubt that once whispered, "You are not enough," is being silenced by the roar of heaven saying, "You are mine." The weight of betrayal is being lifted, and in its place, strength is rising. Transformation means you will no longer see yourself as ordinary, but as one chosen, sealed, and unstoppable in purpose. And the fulfillment will not be small. It will ripple outward. People who once dismissed you will find themselves drawn to your wisdom. Those who mocked you will see the fruit of your perseverance. Opportunities that seemed unreachable will land in your lap, because your name will carry favor into rooms you haven't even walked into yet. This transformation will also shift how you carry yourself. No longer will you shrink back when your name is called. You will walk forward with clarity, with confidence, with calm authority. The sleepless nights of others are proof of this truth. You are becoming someone who cannot be ignored. Heaven has invested too much in you for you to remain hidden. And when fulfillment arrives, gratitude will overflow. You will look back at the nights of confusion and realize they were the soil of your growth. You will see that the pain was never wasted. The silence was never empty, the wait was never pointless. All of it was building toward this the moment you step into what your name has always prophesied. Fulfillment is not just about personal blessing, it is about impact. Your transformation will awaken others. When they see how far you've come, how unshaken you remain, how faithfully you've carried the name given to you, their spirits will stir. Some will find healing in your testimony. Others will discover courage in your resilience, and many will find God through your story. This is the destiny of your name, to move from being a source of unease to being a signal of hope, to shift from stirring sleepless nights to inspiring awakening mornings, to prove that what God seals cannot be silenced, what God anoints cannot be erased, what God names cannot be undone. The season of fulfillment is here. And as this word draws toward its final breath, it will close not with explanation, but with affirmation, with blessings spoken over you, sealing every revelation into your spirit. You have heard the prophecy, walked through the depth, and glimpsed the fulfillment. Now it must be sealed, not just as words you've listened to, but as truth you carry within. This is where you breathe in the blessing and let it root in your spirit. Repeat these affirmations with me, softly or boldly, but with faith. I am marked with divine purpose. My name carries the weight of heaven. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I walk in light, and darkness cannot overcome me. Let these words echo until they drown out every lie of the enemy. Let them rise higher than the voices of doubt, higher than the whispers of resistance. These are not empty statements, they are decrees. And every decree carries power when spoken by one aligned with heaven. Now hear this blessing. May your name continue to shake the foundations of darkness, but never your own peace. May it be a banner of favor over your life, opening doors of opportunity, of honor, of divine connection. May it convict those who oppose you, but comfort those who seek truth. May your nights be filled with rest, while those who conspire find themselves restless until they release what heaven has commanded. I bless you with clarity, no more confusion about who you are, no more shrinking from the weight of your calling. You are chosen, set apart, preserved. Your path is not random, it is guided. Your identity is not fragile, it is sealed. And your name is not ordinary, it is prophetic. I bless you with courage. When your name is called, may you rise without hesitation. When doors swing open, may you step through without fear. When storms gather, may you stand firm, knowing heaven surrounds you like a wall of fire. And I bless you with fulfillment. May the promises you've waited for come into bloom. May the seeds you've sown in tears erupt into harvests of joy. May every restless night you've endured transform into mornings of peace, and may your life become a testimony that inspires generations. Go forward knowing this. They may lose sleep when your name is spoken, but you will rest in perfect peace. They may wrestle with conviction when your presence lingers, but you will walk with confidence, anchored in God's hand. You are covered, you are called, you are unstoppable. This word is sealed over you now. Step into it, carry it, live it, and watch as heaven confirms it again and again.